Colonel. Just me and you for now. I mean, people come in. It's fine. You can hear me all right, correct? Gotcha. Okay. So I have those premiums I bought, and I can't believe I bought the A10 as a joke yesterday. That was stupid. I wasted that money. Not even, not even gonna lie. Let's see what I get from the wheel. I never a waste. It's just a tank with a jet engine on it. I mean, or two jet engines. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't let me disrespect the people now. You know, I just realized another thing. If it's ever just me and you here, I got you. One second. So if it's ever just me and you, I could probably get us in like a regular PlayStation party chat so people could actually hear what you're saying. White Frog, so we might have a third. You good? Okay, I didn't know what you were on. I just know it. It says it says your PlayStation, so I just kind of White Frog. If you want to join us, I invited you. I don't know. Mr. Boink, how are you? So I think I wanna kind of correct the platform here. I guess is how I want to put this. So I don't know who reported it. I don't care. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But apparently something we said yesterday about Hassan got reported. I'm just going to. I don't know. The stream is no longer up, and whenever I checked it out, it said due to, and it gives me the reason. So someone clipped a little segment about me talking about how Hassan does some terrible things, and I'm just going to leave it as is. If it upsets some people, I mean, it's my opinion, but to each their own. Yeah, so whenever you get reported on YouTube, on the YouTube Studio ad, it can show me like what was reported in a moment. Like you can clip it and send it to YouTube or just report the stream as a whole or for different reasons. And it was yesterday us joking around about Hassan doing stupid shit to his dog and other things. And like I know we were joking. I don't actually hate anyone, but apparently it upset someone enough who was watching to report it. I don't know. I feel like someone is watching per chance. By the way, White Frog, I invited you. Look. I like dude. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's the same thing as when Denims fucking blocked me, and I've never interacted with her. Denims is like, oh defect. I want to be your OnlyFans girlfriend, but I am taken. I am married. I am good. Denims. I'm sure there will be some weird white dude out there for you, but it's not me. Not me. I'm doing Italian supremacy apparently. With I say Italian supremacy as I use a German tank. So yeah. No, I don't actually. It's three of us. Which one oh yeah, your comrade again. I'm trying to remember names. Uh I think I have wait, I think someone has a dummy phone like a wall that watches videos and flags the ones that talk crap about them. See, I don't even think it's okay, I don't want to get into it too bad today. I don't even think it's them. I think it's one of their vapid like fan base. Like there are people in Hassan's community that still believe he didn't shock a dog. And if you want to believe that, believe in whatever you want to believe, but there's proof out there. I'm just saying. But I feel like anytime someone says something bad, like someone could be like, so Hassan, like the gooners out there, Hassan's so cool and he's good looking in this, but he shocks his dog. And as soon as you say something negative, they're like, how dare you? Like they like freak out. I'm at 3.7, but I can technically do up to 6.0 with the Tigris. I'm just trying to build a lineup before I start doing uh, crazy. You're good. You're good. I don't know. My tallest, not tallest, my highest tank I'm using right now is the 3.7 Panzer 4G. So I mean, it does pretty well. That being said, Colonel, I see you have your little Italian friends over there. I might have to protect you for a little bit until we can get you something. And that's understandable. Pasta, yes. Yes, we're the pasta country. But we don't only make pasta, we make very bad tanks. Get it right. Come on. We're not just good at making pasta, we're also really good at making very, very badly automated vehicles. Okay? That's why we have to buy things from Germany. Papa Germany over there. The one thing I will give Italy, the saving grace of its whole tech tree out of everything has got to be some of the planes they get, even if they are from other nations. Their planes are pretty decent. Um, all the tanks that are pretty good in the Italian tech tree are either American, German, or a combination thereof. What's good? Death. Death's here. How have you been? The RE 2005 is a beast. Isn't that the one from the Battle Pass? Or is that, am I thinking of a different one? Because oh, okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm on my way to getting that. I only need like 14 more tiers and then we can get the tech tree one. He says the tech tree one's good. Okay. Okay, let me look. I see the 2001. I don't see the Oh, there it is. There it is. 6.0. 20 millimeter. Okay. See, the only thing, hear me out. The only thing that can make Italy like super palatable to me, because I want a little bit of everything, even though they're lacking on a lot of the heavy tank front. If they could get the M163, I think it would be perfect for me. Like I would just stick with Italy. He's going with the Yak, or the not the Yak, the Yag. He's got a KB1, KB2, ZIS 12, T34. Okay. Um, the ZSU 37. That's okay. And then your plane is the IL2M Type 3. It says Type 3, which makes me think it's like Chinese or something. Happy. You understand what I mean? Like if Italy could get like an M163 or one of the variants of like the minigun, I feel like it'd be great. Like I don't know why. I feel like that's what it's missing for Ace Combat 8. I have not played an Ace Combat game in like the longest time. Jeez. Jeez, that's dude. So I actually have one of the most violent games on my console right now. I didn't think so I got this like special deal where I got like they sent me like a thing in my email. Um so hear me out. Hear me out. Everyone knows Rockstar, everyone knows GTA, but everyone forgets they made other games before GTA. I'm just saying all the new people, not people my age. But what I will tell you, is Manhunt was on my PlayStation for like $2.99, so I bought it. And I remember like bits and pieces of that game for the PS2, but I remember that game being uber violent, like you choking someone to death with a Walmart bag. And I want to play it on the stream and like make it a fun time, but I'm scared that YouTube is going to be like, no, Manhunt is not a shark game. It's like a slasher, like Saw type shit. Um, I have no idea. So kind of what I want to base my channel on, and I'm not trying to be exactly like them. I don't want to be like that. But he plays a lot of scary games, and Colonel here can kind of vouch. Before I started doing War Thunder and stuff, wait, what? What's up? Would it be okay to jump in? Yeah, no. Death, you could join. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. No, you can join. We're in voice chat right now if you want to join. That's all good with me. But a good person to kind of compare what I want to be like, because he plays multiplayer games, but he plays a lot of horror games, and that's kind of the games I like playing, is like Queso. I mean, I've mentioned it before, but like he's always playing some sort of scary shit. Of course, I'm on PlayStation, so I don't get all like the cool like indie games. But I mean, there's plenty of games I could play for right now. I don't know. I just like scary games, man. Plus, Queso's kind of funny. I was watching him play Elden Ring last night. I can't play it. I can't play it for shit, but I'll watch someone play it. I dislike and reported the stream. Well, that's two streams in a row. Okay, well, I guess I'll just sell my channel. Anyone got like $5, you can have it. Five whole dollars. Death. I don't think I've ever I don't think I've ever heard Death's voice before, so this is like another shock. Not new goon material. Here, I got you guys. So I will start an OF, and the content will just be me polishing my bald head. You guys down with that? Yeah, we're gonna goon to my shiny head. I got $1 and some uneaten candy. Well, you know what? That's good enough for me. I've only made like $50 from the channel anyway, so you know. What's up, Death? Where is everyone? I'm near I'm near A, like looking for him, and I can't see anyone. Nope. Why'd he leave? I didn't hear him say if he was leaving. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just be sad now. You have the cheese touch? Bro, I haven't heard that in a long ass time. The cheese touch? Oh, earbuds wasn't sending audio? Dude, I read the books and then I remember watching the movies. And the thing was is I was never big on the books, but there was plenty of times like whenever I was bored in like middle school when they first came out, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, I read all the books I like reading. And then someone was like, you should read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Now they're kind of stupid, but you know, when I was bored, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and try that. I remember watching like the first two movies and being like, this is good. And then by the time the third movie came out, they like changed the actors, and I was like, what is this? What is this shit? By the way, I also like books. Well, why? What's wrong with books? Maybe use your imagination, you troglodyte. Yeah, me too. Whenever I'm playing this, Yeah, no, I wasn't a nerd, but I liked reading. I like while I did band in high school, I was also on the basketball team before I really messed up my knee. It's the colpium, apparently. Not me getting shoved to the ground. No, 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 no. That's what a nerd would say. You know, my high school. You're saying nerd, and I was going to say something, but my high school had lockers, but they were all zip tied shut because they were scared someone was going to bring something to school and shoot people. You weren't allowed to use the lockers. They were just there for looks, apparently. No, they were there from like before, but apparently they were like, yeah, we really can't have lockers around here. Really into men. Ow, who is hitting me? Okay, well let me back up now. They Yeah. The only way you were actually able to use a locker at my school was in middle school. They would give you a they would give you like a locker if you were in band, but it had to be a combination lock, and the school had to know the combination on it, so at any time if they wanted to search it, they could, which I thought was goofy. It's kind of goofy. I mean, I had like a locker. I had a locker without a door in the band hall, like where I would keep things just during the day. Anything other than that. Okay, the game plan. Hmm. Exactly. Is it? Is that AA gun, Colonel? By the way. No, that's a cannon. That's not. That's apparently Italy was known for just strapping guns to vehicles. Wait, my school had a fight like every week. Um, I told the story last time, but I watched a cheerleader fight someone over a pop tart. You don't remember the pop tart story about Jordan and the cheerleader Shayna? I know I'm not losing my mind. You guys better be fucking with me right now. No, that was elementary school. No, okay, so I'm gonna run through it quick. They had a deaf kid. So he's not special. I want you to know that. They had this kid named Jordan. He's not special. But when I was in a freshman in high school, I had my friend Ian. He had like every class with me. We just got lucky that our account like our things lined up. Well, we had PE first period, and then second period was Coach Ross's biology one class. And when we got to that period, it was a Friday. I was wearing like my band T-shirt, like you would wear it underneath the uniform. Okay, and it was like this, like it like what do you mean? What is what? A band T-shirt thing? Yeah, it's a discontinued vehicle. Anyway, so when you got the second period, I was wearing like one of those like slick T-shirts that for sweating they would get us those for band and stuff, and every year you'd wear it underneath like your uniform or whatever. So Shayna had brought Pop Tarts to class, like the big box. You'd get it like a Costco or like a Sam's Club if you know what that is. Um, so yeah, she brought a bunch of those to class, and she was eating them. It was the strawberry ones, which are like the worst ones. I don't know why she was fucking eating those. But Jordan walked up, and he's deaf. Okay, so the way he sounds was kind of wonky, but he was okay. But I think it was funny because Jordan was one of those people, because he was deaf. Whenever we'd have a test or something, they would take him out of class. And there was one time I literally saw a teacher trying to tell him to do the math problem, and all he did was turn off his hearing aid like right in front of her. He was just like, "I'm not doing this." And I was just like, respect, I guess. But um, he walked up to Shayna during like the morning announcements in second period, and he asked her, could he have a Pop Tart? Because like I said, in her backpack she had like a bunch of boxes of Pop Tarts, like one of the Sam's one, like you'd buy like if you were trying to fill vending machines. Not like if you're. I don't know why she had all of them, but she walked up. Jordan asked, "Can I have a Pop Tart?" Shayna said, "No, I'm not giving you one. Go sit down." So we went to go sit down, and like 5 minutes later, he got back up and he walked back over and was like, "Can I have a Pop Tart?" And Shayna was like, "I already told you no. Go sit down and leave me alone." So he walked up and he was like, "Can I please have a Pop Tart?" Like, and she was like, "Listen here, you fucking." And then she would use the R slur against him and was like, "I'm not giving you a Pop Tart. Leave me the fuck alone." So Shayna, like, I guess kind of upset him by saying that, and also like when the way she was saying it, she like spit in his face. So this man picks up her backpack full of Pop Tarts over his head, slams on the ground, starts stomping him. So Shayna gets up and tries to shove him, and then I'm sitting across the class. They're closest to the door, so like far left, and we're sitting at those like, if you've ever seen like Spider-Man or something, like in the science lab, you have those long tables with two students sitting at them. We're sitting at those. Well, Shayna tries to shove Jordan, and Jordan turns around, and all you hear is as he fucking hits her and like straight up punches her in the face. Okay, she hits the ground. Coach Ross in his monotone voice was like, "Jordan, go to the principal's office." And this man helps Shayna off the ground. Shayna, go to the nurse real quick. And then as they leave and Jordan stomps off, Coach Ross has the balls to look at us and be like, "Hey guys, from now on, no more food in my class, okay?" Like, okay. I don't know, man. He really wanted a Pop Tart, and apparently he was willing to throw hands over it. To be fair, so I knew Jordan's brother. I forgot his name. He went to a different school, but he was also deaf. I think it was like a genetic thing. But his brother, I know for a fact they were kind of entitled because they were. It's one of those things like they weren't special, like they weren't like treated differently. Okay, but they. I mean, how do I put this? So they weren't. It wasn't that they were treated differently. It was that because they were deaf or partially deaf, whatever they were, teachers at the school would treat them like they were like, I know it's a disability, but like they would treat them like, "Oh, Jordan, I know you're deaf, but do you need any help?" Like they would baby them. So it made him kind of entitled. His brother, Jordan's brother, who went to a different school. I was dating a girl my freshman year named Hannah, who went to our rival high school, and his brother had a crush on her. But I mean, we were 15, but he was like, or she was like, "No, I'm dating someone." This dude had the gall to message me on Facebook and be like, "Dump her or I'll beat your ass." Like, what the fuck? But Jordan won the Pop Tart because, like I said, they kind of babied him, and I guess it made him kind of entitled. So when Shayna wasn't willing to just bend over backwards and be like, "Oh, Jordan, since you want it, here you go," he was like, "Oh, fuck this. You can't tell me no." No, she was a cheerleader. She was a cheerleader. I guess high metabolism, but she was not big at all. Yeah, no, me and my friend Ian were sitting at the table together and literally watched a cheerleader get her shit rocked over a Pop Tart. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. If I'm being quite honest with you, though, I told Jewel that story. It was on the last stream. But no, she was actually really thin, May. That's not even the point. My point being is, out of all the snacks to fight over, can I tell you? A Pop Tart's not even in my top 10. Pop Tarts suck, dude. They're like stale pastries. Why the fuck would I fight someone over that? Yeah, they're mid. The best way is to toast them, but even at the same time. So personally, the one I like the most is strawberries, like bottom tier. The chocolate one is not my favorite. Not a big chocolate guy. Personally, if I'm going to get a Pop Tart, I actually want the like cinnamon brown sugar one. But again, it's just a like a stale pastry, man. I'm not fighting you over that. Unless it's prison, then I might fight you over it because I'm not eating slop. Like I said, the cinnamon sugar one's not bad, but again, I don't if I want a breakfast thing, and I'm not a big breakfast person, I'm not ever gonna be like, oh boy, Pop Tart. Like I'm not a big breakfast guy. Like when I get up in the morning, yeah, when I get up in the morning though, even for work, I usually I'll eat like a piece of bread and like a banana. I really don't get up and think to myself, "Oh boy, let me eat eggs, bacon." It like occasionally it's okay. And most breakfast meats are kind of mid. I like bacon, I like sausage, but personally, I feel like bacon's overhyped. I don't know, man. I feel like no, we don't eat porridge. I mean, I've eaten oatmeal. I don't think I've ever had porridge. Americans will eat like grits or oatmeal. I mean, that's the closest. Like, I guess oatmeal would be close to porridge. It's not exactly, but it's like grits. I live in the South, so usually when you go somewhere and they're like, "Would you like Waffle House?" Like that's a chain of restaurants in my area. When you go there, they typically ask you, "Do you want grits with your thing?" And I mean, grits are okay, but again, I feel like most breakfast foods are mid. I like eggs. Eggs are probably like that. Toast. I really like toast. Um, but I never think to myself like, okay, if you put bacon in something, that's fine. But typically, even if someone like I've cooked bacon for my wife, she likes it. I'll eat like a piece or two. I don't eat much more than that. I feel like bacon and sausage are overrated. I mean, it's good, but it's not like the best meat in the world. Breakfast sausage? Have you never had breakfast sausage? Okay, well, I guess that might be more of an American thing. So when I say breakfast sausage, I'm talking about the spices and stuff that typically go in it that make it taste different for the the at hand situation. Like it's not specifically sausage made for breakfast. It just yeah, it's like so whenever you have a sausage, there's certain things that make it taste different and the seasonings and stuff that go in it. I guess that's what I'm referring to as like breakfast. So it tastes I don't know. I don't want like a sausage that has like chili peppers and shit for breakfast. That's kind of where I'm referring to. Like tip typic. I'm just saying. So like typically like if you look at the ingredients on a breakfast sausage, I mean usually they have like sage, stuff like that. I don't know how to put it necessarily. I'm just kind of yapping right now with my Italian German tank. Italian supremacy as I drive around in a German tank. Yes. A stolen. Oh my god, I just got shot at. German supremacy? I'm a Panzer IV getting jumped by another Panzer, or two Panzer IVs, you dicks. I'm one of you. I'm one of you, and y'all are just jumping me. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. I know what to do. So what if we add the A10 Warthog to Italy, but instead of bullets, it just shoots pasta? What do you guys think? Well, if you do that, then so if you do that, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got rid of the Russian tech tree, everyone's gonna flock to like China because it's basically just Russia. Yeah, it has China. I'm so tired of hearing about this China. A lazy's here. A lazy China. China. Uh, Listen, I just want to say that I believe the president of China was actually on Epstein Island. It was not me. What? Oh no. I like orange juice. I think apple. My wife would beat the fuck out of me because she's more of a apple juice person. I think apple juice is too sweet. I like orange juice. I'm just. I'm not as big of a sweet. So the thing is I don't like sweets that much. Like I'm not a big sweets person. But when I want something sweet, it's typically sweeter than usual. So like if I want something sweet, I'll be like, oh, I want like cheesecake or something like that. It's not like, oh yeah, let me get just chocolate. I can't eat stuff like that on the daily. It just makes me feel gross. My wife likes chocolate covered pretzels. I'm just saying. I'm gonna stroke out if you keep it up. Just shut up. You guys. This is going great, guys. Very great. Let me drive around my really crappy Italian car with a 20 mil on the back of it. I'm at 3.7. I bought some of the stuff for Italy, so I'm just kind of messing with it. What do you? It has a hole in it. How did it get a hole in it? I have a 20 millimeter. What do you want me to do? Yeah, he's trying to hit me with said heat. All I have is a 20 millimeter and some dude sitting on the back of it, humming fucking Italian tunes. Yeah, I can't really do much against that, but say, I mean, there's not really much I can do here. Oh, I got a crate. Let's see what I get. Probably nothing good, but give me something stupid. I can't. We have a full squad right now. Priest of the ever living. Okay, well, his favorite initials are WP. Just saying, guys. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start it again. Talk to us. What are you talking about? At 9.0. Okay, continue. Hey, I got a question for you guys, like kind of off topic. Have y'all heard about the Ubisoft like hack Rainbow Six Siege? So, yeah, no, I went on my account just to see because I have not played that. Colonel, you know that I haven't played that in a while. So I went on there. I was like, I hope they didn't mess with my. No, no, I'm one of the people who didn't get messed with. I mean, not really. I don't really play it that often. I don't think I have it downloaded. I don't know. I feel like Siege just it kind of feels like 80%. I was just one of those 20 that just they didn't touch. They were like, ew, it's defect. We won't give you billions of credits. You suck. You think the hacker for Ubisoft was actually just a Hassan fan trying to boost everyone? Yeah, that's right. That's why you rammed. That's why you rammed that kernel. I'm about to sue the government. Please tell me why I can't buy uranium. Wait. Stop. Oh my god, my gun. Oh my god, dude, my gun. I was like, that's what I. That's big Papa Daddy Hassan to you. The only thing that'll give out Art 6 Siege is when the marketplace first got added. I sold a skin for like $50 worth of credits. Well, now there's people on there selling it for like thousands of dollars. It's like this. It's like whenever someone comes out with like the M6A1E2 or whatever it's called. Like it's an American heavy tank. Whenever people do that, they're like, oh yeah, let me buy it for like $500, and then they use the tank like once, and they're like, that was great. Okay. I don't know. I watched someone the other day who was spinning. They were spinning the crates, and they got the IS-7. So yeah, no, someone got it from the cupcakes. So Colonel. Okay, listen. You don't need to pull a Paul Walker over here. Just calm down, Colonel. It's better than my first car. My first car was a 2001 Kia Spectra. I don't make those anymore. Yeah, no, I got mine for free because my grandpa was like, I'm buying a new car. You want my old one? And they gave it to me, and it was shit. Hey, Colonel, behind this rock right where I'm pinging, there's someone. He's right behind that big rock. He's gonna go around the rock. Oh wait, no, no. Never mind. The guy is dead, Colonel. Where are you? Wait, where are you stuck at? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh. I'm coming. I'm coming. Maybe I should just push you in the water. Okay. Okay. Connecting. You gotta let me attach it to you, buddy. I'm trying to attach it to you. There you go. Apparently it did not pull you. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. There. Hey. Oh my. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Oh wait, there's a tank. There's a tank behind the rock again. What is your one question? I don't even really know what SCPs are. I know like the what the fuck are y'all talking about? What is wrong with you guys? Why am I here? I'm contemplating my existence now. Oh, there is something I want to announce on the channel for anyone watching. So, if you do want to join the community, I'm not going to be playing this. My next stream will be Thursday. So my wife doesn't work, or she doesn't work tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'm going to spend time with her. She works a double Thursday, and I'm doing more horror. I'm getting shot. Give me a second. I'm doing more horror-oriented games. I mean, Colonel's been here for the longest. I used to do a lot more. We won't sub until face. Dude, I've been planning on how to do that. I don't want to just show my face. It's so lame. My okay, okay. What if? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. For charity, okay. I'm gonna do a good thing for the world, okay. Colonel. I think you'll enjoy this. So for charity, what if I invite Hassan to a boxing event? Me and him can just box. Exactly. Wait, how tall is Hassan? How tall is he? Wait, if he's actually 6'1", I'm 6'1". That'd make it an even fight. How tall? I'm making sure. He is not 6'1", you fucking liar. He's 6'4". Well, CNN over here is also talking about the sweat glistening off his chest hairs, so we don't really trust them. Ultimate Cat Lady Taylor Lorenz. Why do we have a blockade right here? Well, he just got hit, so. It's you, it's me, but you're. Well, he just blocked our path, so great, great. Where is he? I can't fucking see, dude. Well, give me a second. They're shooting at us. Okay, Panzer IV down. I'm trying to help you. What do you mean I'm dumb? It wasn't even about the roundabout. What do you mean? I was literally trying to take out the Panzer IV. You were like, oh, there's a Panzer IV. Oh my God! Shut your mouth, you German cuck! I don't want to hear underdeveloped when you're over here being like, we are the best people in the world. You know what? I'm about to just start leaning into the stereotype. Sorry, America is the main character of the world. You guys can just suck it. We're too dumb to do anything else. We were smart enough to defeat your dumb ass. It's not really wasting money. We always want to be on top, just in case you guys decide to, make something new. Yeah. German supremacy. Aren't you like? You're young, dude. You're about to have to sign up for the draft in Germany. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm gonna do it. Actually, you don't have a choice. Where? How did I non? Wait, how did I just non-pin the top of a Panzer IV with a Panzer IV? So you're telling me that it can't penetrate itself? Interesting. Yeah, well, I have willpower. That's all that matters. Fuck you and your stupid plane. Actually, no, I don't have any bombs. I get a machine gun. I don't need bombs. As Japan taught me, I am the bomb. Japan has taught me I am the bomb. I don't need your explosive ordnance. the fuck does that even mean? I don't want to Google it. Is there any planes up? Can we shoot at any planes or no? There's an AA gun over here. Yeah. Yeah, I shot him a few times. I think I disabled his gunner because he stopped shooting at me. Do you see the Ostwind still? Well, I didn't get assist. That was stupid. Oh wait, he spawned back in. Yeah, he spawned back in. Yep, he shot at me. Ah, took the tip of my wing off, but I'm still good. Yeah, but it's all good. No, it's all good. It's all good. All I need is one wing. I can't really turn right, if I'm being honest with you. It can't pull up apparently either. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, no, it wouldn't let me pull up anymore. I'm literally pulling up on the stick, and he's just like, nah, nah, it's too much work. Lethal. Well, they don't have that on PlayStation. I would have to. That's why I'm trying to get a computer. I need. That's what I need. I can't play that on this. I don't really need it. No, I'm paying off my credit card, which I have one more payment on, and then kind of, and then yeah, I'm gonna go from there. See what I can do. As long as they don't try to charge me. Well, the computer I'm looking at buying has 32 already in it, so I don't really know if I need another 16. Yeah, no, I'm kind of going with a pre-built because there's no. So I live in the South, and the state I'm in. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ever seen those generic ass boomers that people make fun of on the internet? Yeah, that's kind of where I live. We don't really have computer stores like that on every corner. While I like going to things like that, the closest computer store is about an hour and a half away. And I mean, I don't necessarily think I'm going to be able to make time to go over there and try to see if they have something I can get. So I'm just going to buy a pre-built from a computer website, which is why Jewel has been sending me. Yeah, so the I look, yeah, but so to tell you okay, yeah, but there's a big difference between where you're at and where I'm at. So it's in demand. I know. Yeah, I know, but I'm in the US and everyone's buying that like RAM and all the components individually en masse so they can resell it. While it could be cheaper to build in a different time, different place, as of right now, if I try to if well just listen real quick. If I try to do what you're saying, which I've already looked into, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to run to the problem with the RAM. So I can get all the components and it's like, yeah, this is cheaper until I get to the RAM. And then everyone's like, okay, now I'm going to charge you 3 times the price for it. That's yeah. Yes, but so one of the ones that Jewel sent me, it's I guess I just got to read it up then. So one of the ones he sent me, it's like 1300 and it has a 5070 Ti, 32 gigabytes of RAM and some other stuff. It's pretty good. Uh, let me let me see what he said first because he sent me a couple. Wait, this one's a MSI Codex R2. It has an Intel Core i7, 5060 Ti, 32 gigabytes of DDR5. Codex R2. MSI Codex R2. Yeah, it has 2 terabytes of M2 NVMe SSD in it. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean if okay. So while you could do that, just hear me out. Just hear me out. I'm not really worried about price right now. Okay. So while you could do it cheaper, I get paid okay. Okay. And I typically can pay things off in a reasonable amount of time. I don't have like a whole lot of debt besides my car and my house and a little bit of credit card stuff, but that was mostly me buying stuff for my wife for Christmas, and it's already almost paid off. The $1,300 price tag right there, it really isn't the end of the world compared to if you go to some websites and they're charging similar prices, but maybe one or two things changed and they're like $1,800. Like the $1,300 price tag really is not gonna break the bank, especially if I try to piece it like you're doing it, which is not a terrible idea. Look, I'm not dismissing your thing, but there's times right now where if I look up just like RAM sticks, like the 16 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, whatever you want to look up, people are selling those things for like $1,000 to $2,000 because they can, and then they have the dumbasses actually buying them. Like, oh yeah, I'll buy it. Why are you buying the scalp shit, dude? You guys are morons. What did I just kill? I killed the M4A3 105. Are you guys ready to see me play Tarkov and like cry the whole time? Barely. You barely run War Thunder. Colonel, you need the Panzer IV. It'll save your life. I have both. No, I bought it when it was on sale, so I'd save money. Sorry, I don't speak broke boy. What'd you say? Everything? You mean it? You could buy everything? Then do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. No, you said you could do it. I don't believe you. Do it. Buy it all. So you're a liar. He's saying he has money, but he doesn't have money. That sounds like broke boy talk to me. As Pokimane once said, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Okay, exactly. We're all broke boys here. We're playing War Thunder. The snail has stolen our souls and our money. Some of us more broke than others, but we don't judge around here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Fucking Sherman. As an American, we hate Shermans. No, not really. Stupid Panzer. So the Sherman and the Panzer were actually holding hands. They were best friends. Did you just say, "Can I get a kiss"? I was about to say, go kiss like a kangaroo or something, you Australian. Okay, hear me out. Y'all should, in Australia, y'all should start a boxing league of just like a really, really like stupid criminal versus a kangaroo. I'd watch that. Hey, there's a bunch of yeah, there's a bunch of enemies down there. You gotta watch out, Colonel. I'm just saying, I would pay money to watch stupid criminals like you know, you know. I could see Australia putting a law out there and be like, yeah, we gotta crack down on illegal kangaroo betting. This is getting bad, guys. Illegal. Yeah, I mean, compared to most of Australia, you guys got like inhabited like 10% of the whole continent because the rest of it's just death. You hear me? Like 10% of Australia is actually able to be lived in. The rest of it's just death. It's like real life fallout. Hashtag would not recommend. Isn't it the same thing as Marmite from or from Great Britain though? Aren't they like the same thing? But how are they different? No, I don't think I got trolled. Little German boy, I don't think I did. The fuck is he on about? I don't know. Either one, you could take your nasty fucking yeast extract shit and shove it. I'm not eating it. Yeah, it's a yeast extract. That's what I'm saying. I know it was gonna be so. I knew it was gonna be sweet. I've never had it, but I know it's not gonna be sweet. See that's the issue. Is we're listening to people online. That's Tank Destroyer. Anyway, I mean, look. Take me as an example. I'm just gonna say this real quick. Take me as an example. Not all Americans are completely stupid. I mean, no, no, no. I'm a pretty intelligent individual. See, as much as I want to call him wait, listen. As much as I want to call him a stupid American, Hassan's not American. He was born in America and then shipped off to Turkey, so he's a stupid Turkey man. Stupid Turk. Yeah, he technically. So the thing is that's what his parents did when he was born. His parents took or came to New Jersey. He was born in New Jersey, and then they shipped him off where he was raised in Turkey. So technically, he was a U.S. citizen. But he was, but the thing is, he was raised in Turkey. I don't care if you're gonna say he's a citizen. That's so stupid. No, what are you? No. Hold up. Stop. The fuck are you on about? It's international law. No, it's not because that's a law just for the U.S. If you're born in Japan and one of your parents aren't Japanese, you're not a citizen. Like different countries, different laws. It's not an international law. If you're born in a country, you're automatically a citizen. Yeah, the only way you're a Japanese or a citizen to Japan if you're born there is one of your parents have to be like Japanese. That's the only way that works. Which I'm going to be honest with you, in the United States, I really feel like we should stop that the whole if you're born here you're a citizen. Well, if your parents are citizens and you're born here, of course that makes sense. But what I'm just saying is like you have the whole like Hassan thing. Well, I don't I dislike him very strongly. I'm just using that as an example because we're talking about it. He was born here so he could become a citizen, but then he was raised in Turkey for years. Like, well, what's he? They just did that so he would have that advantage. But again, he wasn't raised in the United States. He moved back here when I think he went to college. I'm not 100% on that, but I know he was raised in Turkey for a long time where he had his billionaire father and his landlord mother taking care of him where he had like horseback riding lessons and stuff. He was what's funny? There's a clip of him online saying, "Kill those capitalist motherfuckers in the street. Let the road soak in the red capitalist blood. Landlords suck. All that." I'm like, dude, yeah, he's one of them. The thing is he's one of those people you see online. Like I'm trying to like give him grace, but it's so hard because he says so much stupid shit. But the thing is he he's one of those people. Like if you see a hippie, like it's like yeah, they suck. We're the people, peace, love, blah blah blah. We need to go green, and then like the person who's saying that's parents are like the CEO of Apple or something. It's like you want to go green. He's a performative activist. Hassan could not care less if the world falters or not because like if the economy collapsed tomorrow and like money was worth shit. He's still living in a $3 million mansion. He's still going to be rich as hell. He's still going to have security. He's still gonna like not only that, but even his career. Like just these are facts. I'm not even talking shit about the dude. He's performative, but even his career, he got out of college. His uncle at the Young Turks gave him a job where he was making $60,000 a year as that. And then because his uncle was already in the social media landscape and was talking about the same stuff, Hassan just transferred from that to Twitch where people recognized that that's his nephew and just followed him. Like, regardless of how it is, Hassan had a foothold above everyone, like 3 rings above everyone every step of the way. There's nothing natural about that guy. What? 4.0? How long until 4.0? Right now I'm searching the P40, which is not great. You like the P40? Okay, so you're not joking. You like the P40 because I've heard other people say it sucks. Okay. I'll trust you. I'll trust you. Yeah. So, like I said, look, for anyone who watches this, no hate to Hassan. I don't hate the man, even though he says some really nonsensical bullshit. And just in case someone wants to clip this out, what? No, the thing is like I'm just spitting facts. Like that man does not have a natural career in his body. He was given access to the United States where he became a citizen. He was given access to really good colleges where he got his poli science degree in communication. He was given a job at a well known, established political activist, whatever the hell you want to call it, group called the Young Turks, which is named after a terrorist organization. Then, when he was out, he was given a job at that said organization. Then started Twitch, and everyone was like, "That's my nephew. Go follow him." That's that's wonderful. I just, I wish we could all have a foothold like that in the world. Or, when you abuse your animal, everyone just looks the other way, which I don't agree with. If you abuse an animal, you're a piece of shit. I mean, come on. But, if I were to do anything like shock my dog, I'm sure everyone would want to beat the fuck out of me. Shocking dogs is wrong. Why are you shooting me? Why are you like this? No, we're homies. We're homies. Don't do that. We're homies for now. Give it a few years, then I'll invade you, and then you could shoot me, okay? My Panzer IV. Oh wow, what does that stand for? It's the Tank 4. Wow. How do you say what? I don't know. The German guy's gone. You should have asked him when he was here. Wait, I just got hit to our right. There's a puma up on that hill. I think it's puma at least. 12 months in Estonia? What now? Well, do they? Well, I'm asking because you're talking about it. No time. No time for significant others. Only War Thunder. Damn. I was. I don't think you can. These are false facts. Yeah, I am. I am. There's that fucking. He took out my loader and stuff, and I was trying to hit the top of him, but apparently he hit my capoeira. I hit that plane once with the MG-34 round, so thank you for the assist. Apparently, I did not get an assist. Wait. And it's not so bad with the Panzer IV. Now, once the Panzer IV dies, then it struggles a little bit. But oh my God, there's someone to our right. Yeah, he's over here. Jesus Christ, dude. No, there's someone over here. He no, he's in the woods, dude. He just shot me. I mean, I can. He already killed 3 of my fucking people. I got a gunner and a driver left. Are you sure? Because he was shooting pretty quick. I don't. No, that's not. That's that fucking Puma again, dude. I'm telling you, he's just camping. All I have left is the AA gun. This has been a shitty round. Well, I gotta see if I can hit it first. Nah, but he killed me 1 shot. Wow. I shot 1 round and he got me. Okay, I'm gonna have to back out real quick and adjust something. Okay, so 'I don't know, man. I'm just at the main menu for now. A 122 millimeter heat round, huh? Yeah, I need a better AA gun. If I can get the next one down, which is the CM52, it has that quad 50 cal on the back. That's a lot better than the stupid truck with a 20 mil on it. Well, I'm just gonna ready up. Met. Not to met. 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 Okay, wait. You want to grind something, you said? Did you switch to America, Colonel? You done with what you're doing? Wait, stop. You gonna stop? I was about to say, I can switch. I can switch. Okay. Italy. What are you trying to grind? Italy. I'm ready, fucker. Immediate game. Wow. Oh, so you got a home turf advantage. Like most of the maps in this game, kind of bad. Kind of bad. If this game goes terribly, I'm just gonna go back to America where I can use my A10 and fuck people up. What? Is an A10 what? Yeah, 10.3. I use it against tank. Because it is tank with wing. Shh. This guy. How did you forget? You've played this longer than I have. You're taking A. An Italian grinder. Fiber was here. Yep, kind of new to the Italian lineup, but it's something. It's something, Fiber. Welcome to the stream. I'm struggling, but I got the Panzer, so it makes it okay, I guess. Is it... You shut your mouth, okay? I'm grinding Italy in a German tank because they were the best of homies until Italy threw them under a bus. I yield. Did I take out your little barrel? Did I take out his little barrel? Oh, and now I'm taking out his tracks. I don't particularly want to be bombed, but me and Colonel are bullying this Panzer IV with a Panzer IV. I'm trying to take out his Capua. There. Like that. Like that. They're calling it artillery. Don't go back there. Fiber, you can be the 1025 sub, buddy. We're going to keep growing. We're gonna keep growing until we can invade Lithuania. I'm gonna take all my subs and we're just gonna invade Lithuania. You know, we could invade Liechtenstein. Is there a Sherman? Took out his gun. I'm pretty good at aiming for barrels. Just so you know, Colonel. Let's go. We'll go bully some people. Luxembourg? We could invade Luxembourg. You know, at this point, we could just help Ukraine and invade Russia and just call it Defectstan. Because they're my subs. Oh, wait. T-34? Colonel, over here? Bully the T-34! Yeah, see, look, like, Russia's so busy trying to fight Ukraine that we could just take over Russia. Critical. Woo! There. No, you're the distraction. Damn it. Another Panzer IV behind me. Yeah, see, Fiver's right. If we just go through Alaska, we just take over Russia, and then when the Russian troops come back, you mow them down. See, no prisoners. And I mean, who's going to try us? If there's no Russia, there's no war crime. I'm just saying. Can't prove it. Can't prove I did anything. It's called a rowboat, buddy. You just get a bunch of rowboats. Yeah, that's another one. That's another one. I mean, listen. Okay, you want to know how we're going to do it? Listen. Just listen. So we give Floridians, in Florida, we give them meth. Okay, now they're unstoppable. They're basically a bunch of Captain Americas. They're like high on super soldier serum. And then you give them machine guns. And that's how you take over Russia. That's the whole plan. I'm telling you. You just give Floridians some meth. They will walk, Floridians on meth will walk through the Siberian tundra in nothing but swim shorts, a tank top, and flip-flops, and win. I'm telling you, dude. No, they don't need gear. They're fucking Floridians on meth. I mean, think about it. GTA 6 is set in Florida. So, I mean, that's all you gotta say right there. You're gonna see some crazy shit. Plus, as someone who lives in the South, I've gone to Florida plenty of times. It's a state. It's a state. Not only do you have methed up Floridians, though, do you have Disney adults, and those guys are pretty fucking stupid in and of themselves. No, it's not even a joke. I've gone to Florida plenty of times. So my brother's dad, we have different dads, used to take me with my brother, like down there, and I'd visit with them for a week when we were kids. You see, like, the actual shit you see online, while exaggerated, is very much accurate. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit that goes down there. Like, there was a guy a couple years ago who was high on meth, who went into a Walmart, or like one of our chain of shopping centers, and threw an alligator at one of the workers. An alligator. He just had an alligator and threw it at her. Yeah, Florida Everglades are at the panhandle of Florida. There. Yeah, I mean, we ha we have some of y'all's crocodiles. You know, we have them in zoos, but typically we have the American alligator, which are smaller than crocodiles and less vicious. But you know, and I mean, they're cool. They're cool, I guess. I mean, I still live in the South, like along the Gulf Coast of the United States, and we have alligators where I'm at. Like, I live about a mile from the beach, and there's some swamp in between me and the beach. Like, as you leave my neighborhood, which is not the best neighborhood, but there's alligators back there. And whenever I've gone with some friends into the woods, sometimes you see them. Like you'll just see them just out there. You gotta watch your step. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, I might see a deer. I might see a snake. No, sometimes you might see an alligator. So I don't know. I lived in a swampy climate on on a body of water. So you know, sometimes you. Okay, I got a question for you, European man. If you could erase one European country off the face of the planet, which one is it? Okay, okay. Okay, so you're going France. Okay, that's your final decision, France. They gave you cool tanks. That's your last explanation. Okay, okay. I don't like this. That is a typical European response. Yeah, yeah. So the thing about France is even their food's kind of mid, if I'm being honest with you. Snails. I don't even look. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds stupid because it has in the name. Is French onion soup even French? Like, is it actually French, or is that just some stupid shit because it's named? Yeah, but French toast, I don't even think from France. I think that's Belgium. Okay, French toast. Golden Thunder. What's up, buddy? See, we're having discussions about this. I don't know. Golden Thunder. They want to know if you have thunder thighs, bro. Like French fries. Okay, Fiverr agrees Belgium, but okay. Now I gotta look up where does because I feel like French toast isn't French. If I'm being honest with you, is French toast from France? Let's see. No, French toast does not come from France. It comes from Rome. So technically, it comes from Italy. If you want to get down to it, comes from that area. Okay. Okay. One of the things literally on here is French onion soup from France. Yes, French onion soup. It's I can't read French, but it's soup à la oignon gratin is authentically French. Okay, so that one's French. The more you know, I guess. See. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? We were talking about French fries. Who created waffle fries? There you go. 'Cause why not? Because I'm okay. Okay. Waffle fries were invented by Edgar Motzler. That sounds Jewish. If I'm being honest with you, who patented a unique potato slicer in 1979. That okay? Where? Edgar. Okay, where is Edgar Motzler? Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, he's from the U.S. It's Windsor, Vermont. Yeah, so apparently America has waffle fries. That's what we're good. We're that's what we're going to be known for. America's known for dropping the only nukes in history on another country, and waffle fries. Okay, why is someone... I'm going to give a spot to others if they want to join. Okay. Well, do y'all want to play 3.7 or still, or do y'all want to move up? Because I don't mind playing the US for a little bit if we're going to move around. I'm, I'm at 5.3 if we do this. Mm-hmm. How did you get the pancake? From that event. I got it from the event. That's like the only vehicle I've ever actually grinded out from events. The thing is I, like, as much as I would like to do more events, I just don't have all the time to sit down and do that because I want to play other games on the channel. And it feels like for the last few months, this game's kind of taken over everything. If I'm being quite honest with you. Yeah, no, everyone else is flexing like the IS-7 stuff, and I got a fucking goofy pancake that can get shot down by a 150 camera. I got a goofy yellow pancake that looks like Ronald McDonald shat it out as a fucking Happy Meal toy. But you know, I've got 5.8 for the current event. I missed one of the marks of distinction by 400 points because I didn't realize. Oh no. Oh no. And you know what's bad? They put them in the chest so you can gamble with them. They put them in the chest. Why are we doing air realistic? That's Listen here, Colonel Sanders, ready up, or no waffle fries for you. Okay. Okay, so I got a question for you guys. The premium chest. It's the premium. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's the premium chests, like the ones you can get for what? It's fine. I'm good. I'm good. I can do this. I have heavy tanks. It's all good. So technically, you can get a lot of the vehicles unless they're just taken completely out the game. There's a lot of vehicles you can actually get from gambling on like the 5.99 chests, but you have such a low chance of getting them that it's not worth it because I mean you could spend thousands of dollars on chests and then you get one vehicle. But I mean in this game total there's like 4,000 or 5,000 different vehicles. So I mean, ones they've taken out, ones they've added, limited edition ones that won't come back for a long time. It's not really worth gambling, but technically you could get them if you're desperate enough. Yeah, I know that, but like 5.99 Golden Eagles is essentially, what would that be? That's like $3. Okay, for me, it's $3. Okay, and you have such a... No. I'm talking about the ones like, have you ever played a match and you randomly get one? It'll be like Operation Spearhead Crate. You can get vehicles from those. Yeah, and it's technically $3 per chest to open it. I'll read your message in a second, Golden Thunder. So yeah, technically you can get a lot of the vehicles that are no longer in the game, event vehicles and stuff like that from those, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Have you seen the vid? I'm pretty sure it's Thunder War, and he opens like 62. No, and honestly, as much as I play this game on my channel, I still don't recommend anyone from my community to go and gamble and that stuff. Like, yeah, they're gonna monetize some things. I get that, but I don't want someone seeing me do something stupid on my channel because I've opened a couple of those crates and they're fine. I mean, you get like a vehicle or something, or camo most of the time. I don't know. I'm currently the M6A1 with my talisman, so I'm gonna try to come up to you guys. Colonel, what is a T20? What is a T20? A medium tank. I'm a. I don't know. I think I just tracked a tiger too, so that might be interesting over here near me. Colonel, it's where you died near A. There's a tiger too. Oh my god. I took out the Tiger 2. I hit okay, well, that just killed one of my guys. The Tiger 2, I hit the bottom of its barrel and the round ricocheted. I have not applied Golden. I don't know if I'm going to, man. I'm kind of concerned about that. I know I can get the free stuff, but I mean there's I don't know. I just don't want my channel to be only focused on this. And I understand people are saying, "Well, if most of your content's this." I don't know, man. There's plenty of games I want to play, and I feel like that would limit me. I don't know. I saw something moving towards it. I was trying to repair my gun because one of them shot one of my gunners out. I don't know. There's one over here shooting. Yeah, I took out the guy who killed you a few minutes ago, by the way, Colonel. Moving towards A. Oh no, 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 no. That's about it. Yep. There's a French Panther over there. I see that now. Bringing in the pancake. Colonel, can you ping that guy over there, and I'll drop 1,000 on him. Yeah, no, it's like the only event I actually grinded the whole thing out for. Yeah, well, I was already there, and I was like, I might as well try to get the full thing. Colonel, so right around that rock to your right, there was a French Panther, so watch out. Yeah, but you know, I would say at least I kind of blend in with with the desert. At least I kind of blend in with the desert. Here, catch 1,000, buddy. I see him. Come on, level out, plane. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Here. Oh, I didn't kill him. What the fuck? Okay. All I have is 50s now. You guys got any like soft targets for me? Well, I mean it could, but we're already losing pretty bad. I'll go get some bombs. It's fine. Yeah, I mean I'm fine with what this. I really like the M6. Hmm. What'd you say? Boink. What'd you say? So are we all just saying the other one said something? Oh, I said yeah, we could. I mean, I can take out most of the tanks we have at 6.3, even like the Tiger 2s and stuff. I mean, I could really mess them up with the M6. If you want to do that, it's up to you, man. I've actually gotten pretty good with the pancake. It's really easy to kill. I don't know. It kind of turns goofy. Also, it has wooden rotors for some fucking. Yeah, I had 3 kills, 1 death. 3 kills, 1 death, homies. Okay, well, I'm just gonna ready up. Do I have a skin for my M6? Do I have a skin? I have tropical camouflage. Apparently, I've gotten tropical camouflage, which I don't think helps me because I think there's like 2 or 3 tropical maps in the game. By the way, you want to know something, Boink? That's kind of crazy. So one of my shorts the other day got like 3,000 views on it. Do you know how much I got paid for that? No, no, it was like 30 cents, and I was like, damn. I didn't know how much. Yeah, the thing is I never looked into how much shorts and stuff pay out, but you learn, kind of learn real quick. Yeah, no, I got happy. I got a little upset with the Italian tech tree. So now I'm using my beautiful M6. Where did Italy go? It went the way of the dodo, at least for right now. You know, sometimes you gotta take a small break. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I get annoyed with China so much is wait, who? Which heavy tank? Oh no. I don't believe in myself, see, that's the problem. See that ELC BIS, that French light tank, I believe in him. He's got this. Doesn't it have a 90 millimeter gun on it? Yeah, the Yad Panzer just fucking camping over there with the bush camo on a rock. Joke's on him. I literally have a bunch of backups from this event. Plus, I have a T1E1 if I really, really do terribly. My lineup's probably about to just be dual cannon tanks and then an A10 Woodhawk. I got killed by a Waffenträger? You know what? Fucking M55. I'm getting messed up this round. We weren't planning on doing an air battle. Life wrong. I mean, air battles at top tier look lame, by the way. It's just everyone using missiles. No, no, not talking about that. I'm talking about just jets in general. It looks lame, just like locking onto someone and shooting a missile. It doesn't look like fun. Looks kind of stupid. Well, if I play America to top tier, I'm only like if I bring in planes, I'm probably only going to bring like the A-10 because I want it to take out ground vehicles. Give me a second. Oh, as soon as I shot, someone killed him. You fox. Colonel, there's someone up there to the left if you want to look. I'm waiting to reload. I have a like a 30-second reload on this thing. Is he coming or no? Okay. Well, I got like another 5 or so seconds before I can reload. Apparently a 203mm shell is a little heavy for the guys in this thing. Oh, that's a tiger. Dead! Yeah, I need some help, Colonel. Okay, Colonel, whenever I finish, like 5 seconds, just back up. Yeah, because they're shooting him. Go, 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 go. Why did you shoot and kill a tiger? Why not? And screw that tiger. How dare I take out a tiger? The fuck did I just get hit by? Colonel. Colonel, the fuck am I getting hit? Oh, that tiger came back. Fuck you, buddy. That tiger I killed came back. He did not enjoy my he did not enjoy my my little game of shooting him with the There's a Ferdinand. Give me a second. There's a plane. There's a plane. Wait, do I hear another plane? Oh, that's our plane. Hello, help me. I to in. Are you shooting at the? Hey, hey, Colonel. Hey, Colonel. I got 650s. What am I going to do with this against planes? I could take out planes with this thing. And? Do you know the book series Wings of Fire? I do not know that what it's about. I'm assuming planes of some kind, Wings of Fire. Mr. Help. It's about dragons? No. Did you really just say Imagine Dragon? I fucking hate you. I hate you. It's about dragons. See? I have not. Oh, oh my God, dude. That fucking Yad Panzer still sitting over there. What a fucking douche. Anyway, I don't give a fuck. Yad Panzer. 15 books if you only count the three. Damn, 15? Most of the books. Yeah, no, most of the series I've read are like six, maybe seven, eight, or eight books. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I am going to actually like cry. This dude is just fucking sitting over there spawn camping. I'm dead. Okay, well, no, no, no. So it's about dragons. What else is the book about? Like, also, why is your plane, is that red or pink? Your fucking pink plane. I hate, yeah, tigers. Hmm. So I'm assuming you played Germany. Help me. Colonel, that's not good enough. You are only using 450s. That's not cool. You need two more. Okay, hear me out. What if you extend the bed of that thing a little bit more and you add another four turrets on the back, so now you got eight. We need at least 32 50s. That sounds like a logistical nightmare for 50 ammo. Yeah, fuck the logistics officer. Oh no. Why is help me's messages not showing up on my phone? Huh. My phone is racist. See if you guys can see him in chat. I don't see his like his messages in chat. I've seen him in the top left when they pop up, but perhaps I'm depends. Depends on the day. I'm gonna break my so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back in time to World War II, and I'm just the only IS-2 I have is a knockoff Chinese IS-2. Yeah, yeah. So hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. By the way, help me if you want. You can like and sub, buddy. But your messages aren't showing up in the chat, and I don't know why. I don't know. So hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Colonel, are you ready for my golden idea? I know they did some things to experiment with it, but how about we go back in time to World War II? You take an American M1 Garand and you break the firing pin in it. So what happens is you break it in a way so instead of it doing a single shot, it just mag fires. Oh wait, you're already subbed. Oh, okay, okay, okay. But it no 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 no. So they had an M1 Garand that the firing pin broke on it when they were in the field in Japan, and what it did is it slam fired all 8 rounds in the clip, and it slam fired at like 1,500 rounds per second, like just like back, like back, and they saw that the firing pin on it had broken, and that's why it started slam firing as because he put the clip in the gun. And by the way, a mag is on an AR-15. I understand, but this is an actual in-block clip that goes in the gun. I'm not saying clip because I sound fucking ignorant, but this was an actual clip. They put the clip in the gun. You know, you pull your thumb up, and the the bolt goes slamming forward to catch it in the clip itself, and it slam fired all 8 rounds at 1,500 rounds per second, or per minute, not second. Jesus Christ, per minute. Because the firing pin on it broke. Okay, okay, I'm here. The XM8 is such a goofy looking rifle, though. Yeah. So you, so, so what happened? Help me to explain it, because I mean, I worked in an armory a little bit when I was in as a police officer. But he's asking it, so it broke and it became like an A10 Gatling gun. So what happened is the pin broke. As you pull the trigger, it's literally like a little pin that comes out on most guns, unless, but it's a little pin. That little pin was sticking out slightly. I guess it snapped somewhere at the base and was poking out slightly from its little hidey hole. And what ended up happening, because I looked this up and I thought it was pretty cool, but when you let the bolt go and it slammed forward and caught the round, because it was poking up a little bit, it hit the primer on the back of the round and slam fired them all together without anyone pulling the trigger, because the firing pin was exposed to the primer on the back of the round, which I won't be honest with you, 30-06 at 1,500 rounds per minute, Colonel, that's a hell of a lot of firepower right there. You essentially got a bigger MG42 shooting 300 rounds per minute more than a standard MG42. Yeah. I This is a whole boat. It is a whole boat, basically. But no, I've shot, the only machine gun I've ever actually shot in person was a shooting range out in Texas. I shot an MG3. So, the 308 version of an MG42. It was pretty cool. I don't know what an EF88 is. Yeah. I'm getting absolutely messed up right now. Yeah, they shot out my little 37th. I'm just gonna, yeah, they killed me, but I was about to spawn back in. But that would be, what I've seen kind of mixed receptions on the new M5 rifle for the U.S. military. People are saying it's kind of eh. The new M5 rifle. The new M5 rifle, I don't understand the the reversal. So the M5, it shoots a 6.8, I think, which is bigger than a 5.56 we know, but the rounds are so hot that the barrels, like, they only have a shelf life of like 1,000 or 2,000 rounds. Like they're kind of where the nuke. Oh, I can't read the rest of your message. Damn, dude, it's really not showing up your message. I saw something about the nuke bomber. The 5.56, it's kind of. I'm not gonna say. I turned off the stream and turned it back on. It's not showing up for some reason. I don't know. But so the 5.56, it's been around for quite a bit. 70 or so years now. It's not the worst caliber in the world, but the world's adapting. So them going to a slightly bigger round at the 6.8 is not the worst sounding thing, but it's the fact that they just switched from 5.56 as a logistics nightmare to the M5, which it looks like an okay rifle, but the new, I don't know what the MG is called, like the new light machine gun also shoots a 6.8. But like no other country's adopting it for NATO standards, so it's kind of a little bit of a conundrum, because it's like we just got everyone on board. Like there's still countries using 308, and now they're getting on board and they're like, okay, we're part of NATO, let's use 5.56, and then America's like, we want the 6.8 Hellfire or whatever the fuck it's called. Well, well, I mean, we still are kind of. I don't know. So hear me out. Hear me out. This is my take on it. I'm not saying that we should or should not be the the arbiters of. Oh my God. God, he hit me and like really messed up my vehicle and then shot out all my machine guns. But he didn't kill anyone in my tank, by the way. Okay, so I need to go over here and actually repair again at sea. So the thing is, a different time, different place. I get that, after World War II, the U.S. wanted to be the superpower that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, as an American, having to fund that bill through taxes and stuff, I will say it is a little bit of an annoyance that every time something bad happens, the U.S. is like, okay, let's send them money and guns and this, that, and the other. When like we're literally having like homeless epidemics, and the thing is people will be like, well, just get a better paying job. That's all you got to do. It's not necessarily that easy because there's a lot of places in the United States like New York and California. I'm not saying I would want to live there, but living there, unless you're like Hassan Piker and a billionaire, yeah, you're probably not going to be able to afford that shit on your own. Yeah. Well, it also doesn't help that every time, and I'm not saying you guys, but like I'm just gonna use an example, like not an actual example, but like let's say tomorrow, France goes to war with Britain or something like that. Like there's a NATO infighting. Um, as a member of NATO, even though one of them broke in, we're fighting technically ourselves. They would be like, we need to send a military aid to them. Like, no, just let them fight it out on their own. I don't want to pay for that shit. I don't want to pay for it. Like, I get having allies. It's just, watch out pushing that. I shot him through the turret ring for you. Yeah, but my point being is I feel like other countries should also be fit. I'm not saying fit the bill. That's not the term. So allies should be one of those things. Like it should be like a group conservative effort to like bring everyone up. I feel like what ends up happening is I'm not saying Germany, I'm not trying to name call anyone, but specifically after World War II, Britain cut a lot of their military spending. I get it. They just fought two world wars back to back. They got their shit rocked. A lot of their stuff was destroyed. I'm not saying that, but then when they turn around, they have like a standing army of like I'm just throwing a number. I don't know their actual. I know it's low, but it's like 120,000 members and stuff. They turn around and they're like, U.S., is there any way you can help us out and send us some more money to make some more rifles for our soldiers? And it's like the U.S. is like, yeah, we're basically the leaders of NATO. I feel like it's one of those things like, okay, so there's allies instead of just being like U.S. I mean, you have other people there. You got Germany, you have France, you have is Spain. Spain's part of NATO, I believe. Yeah, see, Yeah, I'm trying to help our friend over here. I'm in a oh, he crashed. Never mind. Okay, well, that's fine. But you understand what I'm saying. So what ends up happening with NATO, it just it feels like everyone's like, okay, we're doing something for NATO. US, send them stuff. It's like, what do you mean send them stuff? Like, you guys are also NATO. Y'all can do some shit. Like, not only that, but the one of the things I will tell you that's kind of an annoyance in my opinion. So if we're gonna have the NATO standard, shouldn't everyone be using the same gun? And I say that because like what ends up happening is so you have like us using I'm just using it out there, the M4A1. You have Britain using the L86 whatever. You have Spain using whatever. But you understand like everyone's using different rifles shooting the same round, but then we say we're supposed to share equipment. Like, as someone who's left-handed, I've held an L86, like a civilian model L86. I can't shoot that shit. It's not left-hand friendly. The round would just slap me in the face and then jam. Yeah, don't get me wrong. As someone who likes guns, if you hand me another plastic L86, dude, I kid you not, I held one at a gun show, like in my area. I went to a gun show at this like Coliseum on our beach, and it's kind of cool. They host events there, and I've been to a couple concerts, and I was holding it, and I realized there's no ejection port on the left side, and I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, if you're left-handed, you're essentially gonna have to shoot this right-handed," and I was like, "Okay." Not only that, the plastic on it feels wonky. I kid you not. So I have right beside my desk. Give me one second. I have a 9 millimeter Ruger carbine beside my desk that takes Glock mags, and it has um, aluminum M-lock rails around it to for more attachment stuff. That thing is like a $600 9 millimeter pistol caliber carbine. That thing feels more stable than a fully fledged military service rifle. Like the L85, L86, whatever the hell it is. That thing was ass. What about the HK417? We just converted to fully automatic. Thank you. No. Yeah. So, well, the only difference between the HK416 and 417 is the caliber. One's 5.56, one's 7.62 by 51 or 308. That's like literally the only difference. And maybe a different barrel length, but I mean those are interchangeable. You can really just change your barrel length to whatever fits you if for the situation. But yeah, no, that the thing is like L85, L86, whatever it is, and it's just a terrible all around weapon. Um, and the fact that they couldn't make it left-hander friendly as a left-handed person, I think that's doo doo. I don't give a fuck about tradition. If I can't shoot it, that doesn't help anyone. But you don't got to convince me. I got slapped with a ruler as a child because left-handed children are children of the devil. I, yeah, no, I've told you that before. That's why America makes a joke that. Hmm, hmm. Hey, dude. See, that's why Americans make the joke that Australia is just Texas, Great Britain. I mean, yeah, yeah, they're the Texas version of Great Britain. What's up, Scantor? Anyway, sorry. Scantor's here. Now, you want to know some what? There we go. No, it's not. It's the land down under. So it's hell. The land down under. So just, so it's worse than hell. See, Australia has 5 seasons. You got spring and summer and autumn because you guys say that, we say fall. Then you have winter, and then you have spider season. Spider season. We love spider season. Okay, I got a question. How hot's your hot summer? That's big. Big. Okay. So what's your humidity like? That makes a big difference. See, that's the difference. So I'm not saying that's bad. I've never really been to a desert, so I can't say anything. But I've heard people say, just people who've done both, they would rather dry heat than like humidity. Where I live, even yesterday, by the way, yesterday it was 80 degrees in December. So everyone like it should be winter. It was 80 degrees with 100% chance of, or 100% humidity. So you know what it felt like? It felt like 100, and it felt like you were cooking. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun where I live, especially because me and my wife, she wanted to go to Florida for our vacation last. Okay, I got to turn. Last July, this past July, and we went to like Disney for a day. She went. She hasn't gone since she was a kid, so I was like, let's go. It was 110 degrees with 100% humidity. It felt like 115, and it felt like I was cooking the whole time. I told her, never again will you take me to Disney World in summer. Like, if you want to go during the winter when it's cold, I'm fine with that. But you will never take me back there during the summer. Yeah, no, if it wasn't humid, I'd be fine with it. Like, there's been times, like, in the fall when the humidity dies down in the south. Um, when it dies down, it's not so bad. But when it ramps up, it literally feels like the air around you is boiling. So to preface this, even though I live in the South, just so you know, where I live in Mississippi on the coast, it's a technically a subtropical climate. So what ends up happening is our summers, everyone's like, oh well, how bad could it be? Our summers are anywhere from 90 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which I guess for you guys would be probably like what would that be? Like 40 to 44 degrees Celsius? Am I wrong about that? Am I wrong about that? Okay, wait. Let me no, because last summer it reached 100 and it reached like 108. So I'm trying to think of that in like that was the hottest day. 108 F to C. Okay, so it's 43. It's 43. Yeah. So it was 43 with 100 humidity, and even though it was 109, it said it felt like 115. So take that up like another notch or two, like 45, 46, I guess. And everyone was like, "Yeah, this is like one of the hottest summers it's been in a long time." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I remember going outside as a kid and everything was fine. You know, it was hot, but you were fine. Now it feels like when I go outside, the world around me is literally burning, like it's some sort of version of hell." And you know what's bad? I live, okay, so not everywhere on the Gulf Coast. I can't even go and get in the water on the beach I live at because of a flesh-eating bacteria. So even if I go out there, I could lose my leg. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So even if I was like, "Oh, well, go get in the water to cool off." Yeah, if you do that and you have an open cut, you might lose your leg. That's not a joke. One of my exes, the girl who accused me of shit, her her aunt who passed away, her aunt who passed away's boyfriend worked on an offshore oil rig and got a cut from a rope that when they were pulling something out the water and it nicked his leg and they had to cut off his leg days later because it started turning black. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Were you too close? I have an aunt who doesn't really talk to me. She's like my mom's half sister. And then most of the people on my dad's side, I've never met my dad. What's the bacteria called? I would need to look it up. But it's in the Gulf of Mexico. If you look up flesh-eating bacteria, Gulf of Mexico, it should pop up. And I live in an area where the water isn't pretty and blue like you see in Florida. I have the barrier islands to block it, so our water looks like doo-doo. It's brown. It's brown and green. Doo-doo water. Just letting you know. Let me look it up in a minute and I'll see what bacteria it is. But I don't hear anyone talk about it unless you're down here, because like we'll see tourists where I live on the coast and they'll be like, oh yeah, why don't you guys go swimming in the water? Because I don't want to lose a fucking limb. I try telling all the tourists I see, don't go in the water, bro. Like, pay to go to a water park, go to a pool at like one of the hotels. Don't go in the fucking Gulf, dude. You will lose a limb if you get cut. And not only that, but because there's animals in the water, you got like crabs and shrimp and all that. You like if one of them cuts you, you have a possibility of losing a limb. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, man. I'm good. If that's it, Vibrio volnificus. Okay, that's what it's called. Yeah, no, that's what I remember them shortening it. They used to call it Vibrio, but I didn't know if that was like the actual name for it. But but yeah, no, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. As a kid, I used to swim out there before this bacteria, so you know it's kind of sucks. Wait, what? What'd you say? Huh? Oh? Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready, fellow Americans, even though I'm the only American here. Colonel. Hey, is that one guy still here? What was his name? Fiverr? Is Fiverr still here? Eh, take it back. Take it back. Colonel, if you don't ready up, I'm just going to put my balls in a toaster if you don't just ready up, son. Extra toasted. I think the toaster would be better than the air fryer, I'm just saying. That's my personal opinion. Don't ready. White Frog says don't ready. Man. If I do that and that like they fall off because they get cooked, would I have to change my name because I'm giving myself a homemade like gender change? Do I just take the M off my name and just be Defectoria now? My new name is Defectora, the religion of. Shut up, Mr. Bombaclat. Just add an and you'll be good. No, you'll need a man to help you. I'm a strong, independent. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! If I give myself a homemade gender change, I'm a strong, independent white woman who don't need no man. Thank you very much. You know, why are you asking that question? Yeah. Okay. You go, girly pup. Thanks. Thanks. These are questions I cannot answer. Yeah, that's been happening to a in the last like 100 years. That's been happening to a lot of actually nations. If you like kind of look at patterns. Well, no, no, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that because like areas in the last it's not even been 100 years. I shouldn't say that. Areas that have been like heavily Christian in the last like I would say like 20, 30 years, you can see a lot of them like converting more to Islam, which I don't care. I don't care about any religion per se. Um, my wife is a Christian. I guess you could say I am. I'm not the biggest like proprietor of any religion. Um, I'm just one of those people like regardless of what you believe in, I if I respect you, I want you to respect me. I don't just like Mormons because there's a Mormon church in my area. When they come to my door and they're starting to try to preach their word, I tell them like, "Hey, look, I respect you, but this isn't for me." They just can't take no for an answer, man. They just keep going. I just like have some respect for each other. Like I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're Christian, Jewish. That's that's not exactly true. No, you definitely can. So one of the things about Mormonism though is it's a very strict sect of Christianity in its own little like place. I mean, you could say they're Christians. They're not well, look, but I know they're not, but I'm saying their own little sect because they kind of have some overlap. Okay, so they have some overlap with Christianity. They're not Christians, but they got some overlap. The thing about that though is if you join the church, of Mormonism and you leave, Mormonism is one of those religions though. Most people who follow the Mormon Bible or whatever Book of Mormon to the letter, they excommunicate people who aren't part of the church anymore. So if you join it, or if you're born into it and then you leave, there's a possibility you might lose your family in the process. Not everyone does that, but the hardcore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like so a good thing to look up, and I'm not saying you have to, but if you go to Reddit and you type in like they have a whole page for it's like Tales from a Religion or something like I don't know the exact Reddit for it, but it's like people a lot of those stories are like from Mormon or like those hardcore religions where if you leave the church, you're just like I lost my faith in the church. There's a lot of those religions that and stories where they're like, oh, you left the church. I know I'm your mom. I know I'm your dad. I know I'm your whoever, but I don't want you in my life anymore because you don't believe in what I believe in, which I think it's just, I think that's a crazy concept. The thing is I'm a very soft Christian if you want to go that route. I don't believe that God's out here to smite and I don't know. I don't believe in some of the like the hardcore thing like my wife's parents, very hardcore Christian. And that's fine. I'm not saying they shouldn't be. It's just I'm one of those people. I don't no, they don't know. I don't know how they'll react. So I kind of keep it to myself. No, they're not Catholic. They're Pentecostal. Pentecost. Yeah. Uh, my grandma goes to a Presbyterian church, which is kind of like Diet Catholic. Yeah, but I say that I don't. They're not exact, but I always describe Presbyterian because people get confused when you with when you start listing like sects of Christianity. I'm like, yeah, my grandma's Presbyterian, and everyone was like, "What's Presbyterian?" I was like, "It's like Diet Catholic minus the beatings." Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. No, I was about to say my only problem with Christianity is Catholics. When I went to that school after Hurricane Katrina, while they were rebuilding my house, that fucking lady who hit me with a ruler in 2005 because I was literally left-handed. She said I was a child of the devil because I was born left-handed. It's not like I could choose that lady. Yeah, it's mostly Catholics who believe the whole left-handed devil thing. If you want to, yeah, I was 6 years old. My house had gotten destroyed in a hurricane, so they took me and my brother in, who was 2 years older than me. They took us in while they were rebuilding our home, and we didn't have to pay the fee to get into this private school. I've explained this before on the channel, but we didn't have to pay the fee because they kind of took pity on us, and we were only going to be there for like I think we were there for like 4 or 5 months. We were there from like August till December, so like 4 months. And then after that, I came home because they finally rebuilt my mom's house and my grandma's house and all that. And yeah, no, when I was up there, I was in first grade technically, but when I got to the private school, they were like, "No, you're going to be in kindergarten, so we're moving you back a grade because you're not as advanced as the other students," which I get because it's a private school. They take it at their own pace. They might be a little bit more advanced than me. So I get to this kindergarten class, and they're teaching everything I had already learned because it was kind of weird. So I'm more advanced in the the kindergartners, but I wasn't as advanced as the first graders. And when we were talking about it, what ended up happening is the teacher was walking around as we were like coloring photos, and she had this like a little aluminum ruler, and she came up to me and she saw me coloring with my left hand, and she literally just fucking slapped my hand, dude. And when I started crying and stuff, she was like, "Left-handed children are children of the devil." Yeah, no, I didn't tell my family because I was so scared until like 4 or 5 years ago. My grandma was like, "Why didn't you ever tell us?" And I was like, "Well, you were down here on the coast, and we were like 4 hours away with my family, like my aunt by marriage." And I was like, "I mean, what did you want me to do? I was a 6 year old, no phone, scared about everything going on. You wanted me to call you and tell you I was getting beat? I mean, like there was more pressing matters at hand." I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty defined. I still write with my No, I still write with my left hand. I still write with my left hand, but because of that instance, it kind of fucked me up like developmentally. So I write with my left hand, but everything I do, sports, throwing punches, everything I do right-handed. Like, and when I talk to someone, I talked to a therapist about it when I used to go to therapy, and she was like, "Yeah, that could be a developmental thing. Have you ever had any trauma to do with your left hand?" And I explained it to her, and she was like, "Yeah, yeah, that could explain why you're right-handed in most things, but you just write with your left." The only other thing I do predominate with my left hand is like guns. Like if I'm shooting, I'm a left-handed person. Actually, I could do that with both hands, but you're banned. You're banned. You're banned. Who did you ban? Head pats from Makama? What the fuck is that? This game is meant as a joke. It shouldn't be taken seriously. Please make sure you follow the Roblox terms. It's Roblox. See, that's already an issue. No, no, no. Oh no. Wait, hey Boink, why did you send me a Russian Badger thing, by the way? Oh, I might look into that. What vehicles are there? P-36. That's a plan. Yeah, but I have Rossman's P-36A. Literally just a PlayStation Plus vehicle. Yeah, it was a PlayStation Plus thing I got a while back. Why don't I buy the Fireball? The Fireball. Yeah, but it's already beneath the BR I'm trying to get up to, so I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna play one or two more. We're just gonna be chilling for a little bit, you know? Yeah, I've had a lot of things happen to me, which, like I said, I've explained it on the channel quite a bit before with the ruler thing and like my ex accusing me of things and stuff like that. I feel like those have kind of made me the person I am, so I'm not mad at anyone. You know, yeah, live and let live. Um, Explain a little bit more. So I kind of know that the net. Maybe. Yeah, I was about to say, send me a photo. I might be able to look at it a little bit more because I mean, like, we have quite a bit of different designs per playground, and also, um, for us, sixth grade is the start of middle school, so you don't really have a playground anymore. For this, that would be like fifth grade and beneath. And I'll look at it. I can tell you if we have something like that, or if I've seen something like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I've seen those around. They have one at my local playground. Hmm. Oh no, dude. So they when I was in like third grade, so like 2008. Okay, so we're still in trailers at some of the schools. Like even though Katrina, the hurricane that took out my house, was 3 years before, some of the schools we didn't get funding for to rebuild. Okay, I want to let that be known. Well, dude, I don't think I've ever seen or heard such a crunch like of someone's nose. I have to tell you that. Like so what happened was is the girls thought it would be funny at some point in time to just start going up to guys, maybe that they like, you got a little crush in third grade or something like that. They would go up to guys they had like a crush on or they thought had a crush on them, and they would talk to them and do like what you would I would say is like third graders flirting with each other, very awkward. But then when the girls like, yeah, and when you're off guard, they would kick them in the nuts. They thought that was funny. Well, they had a kid with a learning disability. I don't want to say autism. He could have had Asperger's or something. I don't want to assume. Well, he had a crush on this girl named Grace, and everyone knew it. And yeah, yeah. So she goes up. And dude, she's spitting game, I guess, for a third grader and something. And this kid's like turning red and stuff. And I'm only a couple feet away. And I remember I'm on a swing itself, like doing it. And I jump off. You swing a couple times and you jump off in the air like you're having fun. And she's like telling them like, yeah, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, what's going on? And my friend Baptiste at the time, we were just talking. He's like, oh, they're just talking. And then out of nowhere, you hear uh like Grace like fuck it like right there, and you see this kid fall over crying. Okay, and I'm like, oh my god, is he okay? And then he stands up, like this man finds courage and stands up, and I'm like, is he good? And Grace is laughing, and she turns around, and all you hear is like flat to the nose, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, girl falls over. I mean, blood literally everywhere immediately, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, no, but he hit her. And the thing is that was the last time I ever saw that man. I never saw him in that school again. That was literally the last day. I don't think he got kicked out. I think he might have just moved. Like maybe they were like, "Oh no, this is too much." She's still there. I mean, yeah, no, dude, I'm telling you, middle school, elementary school, and high school for me, there were so many people that literally would do shit like that. Like they would hurt someone and expect no consequences. Like I don't know what it was because I went to a smaller city school. Like they had our rival high school that would had the county, and they had like three elementary schools that funded to a middle school that funded to a high school. So you have like a class of like 500-600 people. My graduation class was 123. Okay, and I graduated with honors. I knew everyone in my class. There was literally people at my cousin's high school, the county school. I'm telling you, he'd be like, "Yeah, I've never heard of that guy before, but apparently he's been here since we were in kindergarten." And I was like, I don't fucking know, man. But dude, I think you would like the story of the last time I ever rode a school bus. That was something. So my grandma's house was only about a mile and a half from my high school, middle school. And, okay. She never said anything? Okay. So wait, I got you. So let me tell you something. So I was 14. This was eighth grade. My high school and middle school were literally side by side. Okay. And this is literally the last time I ever rode the school bus. And when I turned 15, I got my permit. When I got my permit, I was like, because I started taking a bike to and from school. My sister still rode the bus, but one of the last times I ever rode the bus was eighth grade. Okay, and I was just chilling on the school bus, and they had this new kid. This was like the beginning of my eighth grade year, so like 2013, and this new kid was telling me how he got kicked out of his old school, and I was like, "You got kicked out, man? Well, what'd you do?" And he was like, "Let me explain it to you." So this is the most sixth grader shit I've ever heard. I got to tell you that. It's like the most middle school esque, like goofball shit I had ever heard. Okay. And what happened is this guy who had like a panther, Jesus Christ. So, this guy had a friend. Okay. And his friend and him had a crush on the same girl. Okay. So they agreed to have a fist fight in the school bathroom over this girl's heart or hand or whatever. And I was like, I was already looking at this kid skeptical at the time because he was kind of weird. You could tell he was kind of weird. And I was like, okay, so y'all were gonna fist fight over a girl. I mean, that's kind of stupid. But you choose to do that, I suppose. And he was like, yeah. And I got him real good. And I was like, okay, so you got him good. What did you do? And he was like, well, I got some of our mutual friends to go in the bathroom with us, and they would spectate. You know, there wasn't going to be any like any petty shit. We weren't going to do low blows, no punching straight for like the mouth, no nut kick, stuff like that. I was like, okay, so you're doing like a fair fight. Okay, I get it, I got you. And he was like, yeah, but I had a plan for my friend. And I was like, you had a plan? And he was like, yeah, this is going to be a trick on him. He's no, close. So what this kid did was before they fought, he went into the bathroom and he did something special to one of the bathroom stalls. Okay, let me say that. And what happened was, is they were supposed to fight at like lunch or something. So all the friends go piling up in the bathroom, and they agreed to fight a couple days before this, is what I was told. And I was like, okay, so you did something weird to the bathroom stall. He was like, I'll get to that. Just wait. And I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah. So we start fighting, and then I'm winning. He gets a couple hits in, but then he sucker punches me like one time when I'm like, like not paying attention. I was like, well, you took your eyes off of him. I guess that's on you. So what this kid told me he did was he waited for the kid to get right back up in his face. He got his friends to open the bathroom stall for him so they were in on it and push him in. And then they shut the door and held it shut. And I was like, okay, so you just held him in the bathroom stall. What's that? No. Do you know what the kid did? He went into the bathroom. What's up, Alio? He went into the bathroom a couple, like, I guess, like half an hour before lunch. Literally shit. No, he shit and then wiped all the shit all over the bathroom stall. Yeah. So he was telling me he did that, and I literally look at him in disgust, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "Yeah, no." And then he started freaking out and like trying to get out, and then he got it all over himself. So I literally looked at my bus driver and just screamed, "Stop the bus!" And she was like, "What? Is there an emergency?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "What is it?" And I literally just get off the bus and walk the last mile home. I was like, I'm never riding the fucking bus again, dude. I'm never riding the school bus again if this is the shit I'm gonna have to deal with. I literally from that moment on, I went up to my grandma when I got home. She was like, "You were supposed to be home like 30 minutes ago. What took you so long?" I was like, "Some weird kid on the bus. Can you give me a bike?" And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I'm gonna start taking my bike to school." I never rode a school bus again. Besides like band and going to football games, I never rode a school bus home again. You cannot pay me to get on a school bus because I feel like I'm traumatized knowing that this kid who's like, yeah, we're doing fair fights, but then tricked his friend the dumbest part to me is the fact they did that, but The dumbest thing to me is you guys are sixth graders fighting over a girl. Yeah, I don't know. No. That's too much thinking. This is chivalrous times. You got to fight for Milady's hand in a bathroom in middle school because this is forever, bro. You don't understand. Whoever wins this, first of all, doesn't get covered in shit. Whoever wins this fight, first of all, doesn't get covered in shit. Secondly, secondly, they get the heart of the winner. Like who doesn't want that? Plus, I mean, do you really want to go with the you really want to go with the loser who got covered in the other one shit? Dude, I cannot get over that. Like that's not even the weirdest thing to happen to me on a school bus. I mean, that was weird, but when I was in band, I one night on the way home from a football game, I was wearing headphones and sleeping. I think I've told this before, but I was sleeping and it was like storming outside, so there was lightning, and it was like midnight on our way home from a away game, and it was pretty far. And I was looking around. I looked at my phone, realized what time it was, and then when I saw lightning like striking and the seat across from me, they had two people having sex. And yeah, and I was just I don't know. Possibly it's like the yeah, dude. School buses are weird in America, man. People be doing the most inappropriate shit. Yeah, that's him. That's the senior and the freshman, and they were going to town on the way home from a football game. Yeah, yeah, no. Honestly, if my kid ever tells me in the future, I want to join band, I might say no. I might say no because that's not even like that happened on a school bus. Band kids are weird, man. They're weird. As someone who was like did that and also did sports, I'm telling you, man, band kids can be very fucking weird. I learned what the hub is on the bus. It was hell. See, I feel like they were playing some videos for you on that bus. Hopefully it was hopefully it was towards your orientation that you liked, but I mean even so, if you were that young, you were a kid. So no, that's kind of fucked up. What would you say if your son or daughter if they said they were a furry? That's a hard one. So it depends. So if I find out they're just like into furry shit, I'd be like, okay, that's weird. In my opinion, I'm not gonna say it to them. I'll be like, that's weird, but I'm gonna have a talk with them. If I ever like stumble on their phone or something like that, and I realize they're into furry stuff and it's like adult content, I'm probably taking the phone, bro. I'm probably gonna take the phone. You're never gonna see that shit again because like some fucking strange people in those communities. Not saying they're all bad, but they have some strange people. Colonel, ready up! When I was 10, I couldn't even read your message. Gay son or thought daughter? Gay son. Gay son. The thing about having a gay son is it's an orientation. Love your kids no matter what. Thought daughter. They're gonna get. Well, the thing is someone said gay son or thought daughter. I would rather gay son because I don't want my daughter ruining their future. My opinion. I'm not saying like if they're in high school and they're doing that and they get made of fun of for being like the high school thought. That's like ruining your childhood right there. Like just to have fun while you're there, but you don't need to be sleeping around with everyone in school. Like plus, wait, what'd you say? Gay daughter. So if you switch it, the same thing. I don't care if you're male or female. It's not a sexism thing. If you just sleep with everyone and that's what you're known for, no one's gonna take you seriously in school. Like that's the thing. It's like you're in school, bro. Like I don't want my future child to be a furry. Dude, Bonnie Blue's going to prison. I don't give a fuck, bro. She going to prison. What about trans? What if your son came up to you and said, "I'm a girl"? Okay, so we would need to have talk about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, thought son or thought daughter, neither. Disowned. Anyway, That's a joke. But if someone came up, or if my kid came up to me and told me they're trans, I'm a pretty easygoing, like, person. I don't know the most about the trans community. If anyone later sees this and you want to correct me, I'm willing to learn. I'm not one of those people who are like, you're mistaken. You don't know what you're talking about. The thing is I wouldn't want to talk to them. I would want them to be safe and not do some sketchy shit. Also, at the same time, I would try to tell them, look, wait until you're 18 to see how you feel in the future because things may change. If this is who you truly are, it'll be the same when you're 18 because I don't want a 15, 16 or so year old taking like HRT. Give me one second. Give me one second. I don't want a 15 or 16-year-old to take HRT and like ruin their body forever and then them come out and be like, I didn't want this because like it's one of those things like if you feel this way now, I'm going to support you. But remember, like if you feel this way now, you're gonna feel the same way in the future. Like if it's true feeling. If it's just a phase, which teenagers have, not saying all of them do, it'll pass. Anyway, what were you saying? Yeah, I've had people online tell me some stuff like you shouldn't think like that. You should support your kid no matter what. I will support my kid, but I don't want my kid to take HRT at 15 and then when they're 18 they're like, "You know what? Maybe this isn't what I want. I want to just be the gender I was assigned at birth," which is fine, you know? See, my problem right now, and I'm not saying my wife would feel any differently. No one throw her under the bus. Just if we had a kid and they ever came out as trans, my wife is with her and her religious background and her parents, she's more likely to hit them with the no, which I don't know if she would. I don't think she would, but that her family would be like, no, no, no grandchild of ours would be, and they're really nice people. But you got to realize they're in their 50s, almost 60s. They're from a different era. Like these things weren't as common as they were now. Yeah. So I don't ever want this channel. I want to say that I give my opinions on things, and while I could be family friendly, like someone like Queso, that's just not really who I am. I give my opinion. I don't want anyone in the future, if there's any spots or anything, I'm never gonna say anything like that. Just listen. Just listen. So I honestly, if my wait, if my damn about being okay, I'm not gonna read the rest of that. I get what you're saying, Viper. Okay, let me just say it like that. But my point being is like my 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 wife's parents, they come from a different era. I can't really you can't like as you grow up things change, okay? I want to say this. I'm not defending their actions. I don't support them all the time, Sometimes they say things that I'm like, yeah, you can't say that. That's kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's going to get you beat up. And I mean, trust me, there's people my age. If you said some of the stuff that like her parents would say, which I mean, they're not disrespectful about it, but they said it. I can guarantee you there'd be people my age who would want to beat them up. I mean, um, the thing is like I have a similar mindset, Al. It's just one of those things. Like I just, like I don't know how to put it. That's such a complicated question with the trans thing because it's such a touchy topic. I would want to love and support my kid, and if that's truly who they are, once they become an adult, I'm gonna tell you, like once they become an adult, it's kind of like get on the boat or they'll leave you behind. Who am I getting shot by? Oh. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, except for I can't turn that fast. There. Yeah, we'll just take the M off my name and we'll just like take over an island and just call it Defectoria, where, you know, like we kill the non-believers. Yep. Defectoria. Okay. Okay. So if my kid came up to me, I would say like SA. If my kid comes up to me and I'm like, yeah, I assaulted someone, and I'm like, how'd you assault them? And they told me like, like, yeah, no, fuck you, dude, you're going to jail. I'm not even gonna be harboring your future if you're out. Wait, whenever someone sends me a death threat, see, I don't support that either. Like, okay, so the thing is even if you don't agree, like, if someone were to come up to you and they say, I don't agree with trans rights or whatever, as long as you're respectful, like, that's not in my belief. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. But if you say, I don't, like, if you're like, I don't believe in trans, and a trans person says, I'm gonna kill you, yeah, you're taking it way too fucking far, dude. Like, you shouldn't be threatening people who, like, have a different mindset than you. Just walk away. Like, you threatening them is not going to help your cause, because you know what they're going to think now? Oh, they're violent too. Like, you can talk to them. If they're not going to change their opinion, just walk away. Yeah, I mean, the king Viper, I don't want to be a king though. The kingdom of defect. Can we have the Republic of Defectoria? I don't want to be a king. That's the fascist lands of Defectoria. Can can we have that? The fascist lands of Defectoria, but there's no fascist. We just trick people. Centrist. I would say like, but the thing is I'm more of a like a conservative, leaning centrist, I guess, because like my wife will say I believe in like conservative values, but I don't see it like that. So the thing is like I believe that the LGBT thing, like that's not a problem for me. If that's who you are. I mean, my brother's gay, so it's one of those things like, you know, as long as you're not doing some like deplorable, degenerate shit with children, you're fine with me. Um, it depends on how far right, Alyo. Like if you're going like full, like, and I know I'm not saying the government is, but if you go so far right that you're basically a fascist, I would say that that's probably a little bit of an issue. You know, have some you know, like sit downs and, you know, be like, hey, maybe I'm a little angry at the world, kind of stuff. But at the same time, I don't agree with far left leaning fat like if you're so far left that you believe that China's the answer, like we need communism, you're also like completely out of your fucking mind. I would say, look, I'm going to use this as an example. I want to answer your question real quick. So I'm a centrist. I'm not going to be like I'm right or I'm left. The thing is I believe if you want to be gay, I support you 100%. I have gay friends. I have my family members who are gay. I'm 100% on your side. Okay. But at the same time, I believe in freedom of speech. This is where the left comes in. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. If you come up to a gay person and you call them a slur, and you're like, you deserve to die, you insert slur, and they punch you, guess what? You have the consequences of your actions. That being said, I don't believe the U.S. should have gun control. I believe not the control of guns. I believe that we should take our background checks a little bit more seriously. There's nothing wrong with you going in and them asking you questions on a questionnaire. You got to do it every time you own a gun. I've owned over 30 guns. I do it every time. I'm perfectly fine with it. If you have an issue with them asking you the questions, maybe think you might be the problem. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean that's more of a hear me out. So I know not everyone can hear me right or hear you right now, but with that specific situation you're talking about, that's more of a quality of life change. So as the world becomes a more free place, you feel more free to progress or progress, like present yourself to the world like this. But that's not necessarily going to move the world into a better place just because you have that and you can do that. You understand? Like focus on what benefits everyone before we start what benefits the few. And like that sounds kind of communistic and a thing. But like if we could in the US, if we could somehow find a healthcare system that works, that like gives people universal healthcare. I understand Canada and other places, and they're like, it takes forever to see a doctor. The US is huge. We should be able to figure this out where it doesn't take you 6 months. Yeah. You sh- you should be able to like if you don't have private, you should be able to at least have something in the state that's not going to cost me $50,000 if I have to go in for a broken leg. Hmm. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying I don't. They should buy it straight. The thing is like okay, so the plastic that makes a an insulin shot. Okay, not just the needle, but some other things. Okay, so everything that benefits a insulin shot. Okay, the insulin itself, after all manufacturing and stuff, the process to build it. Let's just say I'm just throwing a number out there. It's $25 to make the shot, the medicine, and everything in it with the components. There should be no reason in the world why a hospital can charge you fucking $30,000 for an insulin shot, a bed for the hospital waiting, the doctor touching you. I hope you know that. Did you know in the US, like if you give birth, if you go through an itemized bill, like when my wife gives birth, whenever we have a kid, they literally charge the people who are giving birth, they charge them for a first contact fee. I'm getting charged to hold my own fucking kid for the first time. What if I don't pay that? Are you saying I just can't hold him? Her? Whoever? What the fuck does that mean? There's literally on the itemized bill, it'll say first contact fee. If I don't pay it, are you going to take it back from me? Oh, it looks like you didn't pay your fucking first contact fee. Give me a kid, bitch. Like, I don't know why I went Australian with that, but I have private health insurance. My health insurance pays for me and my wife. Now, it's not the greatest health insurance in the world. I'm not going to lie to you, but at least it's something. Oh no. Okay, Alia. I'll see you Thursday. Thursday we're doing a horror game. We're not going to be playing War Thunder. So White Frog just pointed something out to me. Um, White Frog pointed something out to me. Uh, so if you don't pay the first contact fee, they actually will just put the kid back where it came from. Just back inside. Wait. Is that not contact though? If they put the kid back in, is that not me contacting the kid? Oh, I gotta pay for that. Fuck, at that point, give me enough insulin. I'll put myself into like a diabetic coma and I'll see you guys later. That would be fucking crazy. Hold up, wait a minute. By the way, me talking shit, I've gotten 4 kills, 1 assist, 1 zone capture. We're just talking, dude. This is how I like my streams to be. Like, I understand people like Queso and them will do it too, but I like just having like weird conversations and talking like while I'm streaming. It's just I have opinions on things, but yeah, no, I actually have. I'm gonna play one more with you guys. Oh wait, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Where are we again? Gotcha. Oh yeah, what time is it for you? Gotcha. It's 7:30 for me. So kick him from the thing, and I guess it's just me and you. See, that's the thing is Queso's family friendly, but he doesn't say things like I say. Like if you ask him a weird question, which I at some point I would like to get to that, not necessarily that family friendly, but I want to get to the point where I can like have a chat where we joke around and stuff like that. Um, oh wait, Asmongold level. So should I just start saying the R word and playing World of Warcraft? Is that what you want? I don't know. We talked about this at one point. I was like, where do you draw the line? Because technically, when I was a kid, me having ADD, they used to pull me from the classroom and put me in another classroom. Even they would be like, here, you get extra time because you have a learning disability, which I didn't ever see it as a disability. I used to take tests super quick, but like, where do you draw the line on who can say like the R slur and who doesn't? Because they said I had a learning disability. Does that mean I can say it? I don't want to say it. No, but if you say it enough, it'd be like me saying fuck 40 times in a minute. It might not necessarily be against the terms, but at the same time, they'll take a stand and be like, okay, that's enough. Click on one of the people. What people? What do you mean one of the people? Yeah, see, we're never going to bring you on stream. Whenever they can hear you, you're not going to be able to say that, buddy. This is my last one for the night, everyone. Kind of a kind of a fun time. Playing this game and talking shit. That's what we do. By the way, Thursday, it's going to be a horror game, first of the year. Mark your calendars. It will be probably not early in the morning. Well, it'll be early for me. So it'd probably be like 10 in the morning for me, which means if it's that for me, what time did you say it was for you? Okay, so you're 8 hours ahead of me. So if it's 10 for me, it'd be like 5 p.m. for you. So when I stream, it's gonna be an interesting game. It's a pixelated game. It's like not 2D. It's like it looks like a PS1 game kind of, and I think it's gonna take me like 2 or 3 hours to complete. Thursday, like 2 days from or 3 days from now, yeah. And I'll be streaming it. It's a horror game, but I've heard some good things about this game. So I told some people online. What? Oh yeah, I'm still sorry to hear that about your aunt, by the way. I mean, still it's sad. There's one on this hill over here, by the way. I just see you in the fucking pancake. You know what you look like? You look like I'm gonna be honest with you. The pancake, whenever it looks like a fucking flying turtle, like a sea turtle. A good book is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. Is that like what kind of book is that? Is that like that sounds like it'd be like a religious text. Okay, I'm trying to take A. Okay, that's not what I thought because I've there's a couple books I like. I mean, okay, I'm taking A so we don't lose incredibly bad. You're gonna be Estonian Asmongold. No, I never stop shooting. See, I'm trying to take out this dude. He's surrendering. You want me to... What the fuck is that? No, it wasn't that. It was the fucking small thing. I think it was Japanese. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Because you might be... No, I'm not shooting anymore. Your stream is behind. Yeah, you're like fucking 5 minutes ago. I was shooting it. No, it's your fault. Ah, damn, dude. I really thought those two 1,000-pound bombs would do something, but nope. No. We're getting wrecked right now, by the way. I don't know. That thing you said, shoot the cupola, by the way, I was trying to shoot it in the bottom plate to see if I would pen it. It did not pen it. One can try. You're just not believing hard enough that you can pin it. You know what I can pin? The IS-2. Yeah, 122 millimeters of the gun can do a lot, you know. Can't end on a loss, huh? Damn, I was about to shoot that 2S1 too. You bitch! You're welcome. That's right. What I thought. Does anyone know what happens if you plug your Nintendo Switch HDMI cable into your PC? I'm assuming it probably. No, I don't know. I don't recommend you doing that. I've killed 2 planes for you. I only have 50s on this thing, which kind of sucks, but. Any more planes up? I hear one. And by the way, the reason I'm using this over the 40 millimeter, I hate the 40 millimeter. They're good against tanks, not good against these. Yeah, I guess we'll play way more. I haven't been able to unlock anything good per se. With silver lions, I'm like saving up my silver lions to do the crates. Hey man, free gambling. Free gambling. I have 2 weeks to do more crates. Is the skink any good? The 20 mil? Oh, so what I'm already using. Just bigger gun. I know the Hell version is better because it has an extra 20 millimeters of armor on the side due to the wood planks on each side of it. So they can pin you? Yeah, I mean, they have some of the Japanese ones with a 37 millimeter gun hitting it from the top. Bet you that would fuck it up. Oh, I'm going toward A. We did not communicate. The T-3457? Are you serious? Oh my god. Can you join back or no? You gotta love it. You got Gaijined. They were like, yeah, we know that y'all are gonna do bad, so here. That's so nice of them. Thank you, Snail. I have not. I mean, my highest nation was China. I stopped playing it for a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. I just took out a Panther D. So. They protect you. The eternal snail protected you. Yeah, there are some games that don't allow you to get anything unless you fork over the money. Probably still will. Just give some time. Oh my god, that's the VK3000. I'm dead. Yep. The cupola. The cupola. I'm bringing in the pancake. Never been like this before. Yeah, got the pancake. You're just mad because the pancake. I'm coming in with a 1,000-pound bomb. What if we just took this pancake and added the 30mm Gatling gun to it? Is that even a game? Of course, I scraped the ground. That sucks. No, I did. I turned around and I was shooting at a plane. Yeah. Israel propaganda just killed me. Is it not dead? Jesus. Well, I'm an AA gun right now, so. And they have a plane in the distance who won't die. Crash! And they didn't even give me the kill for it. It says the T1E190 killed it when it didn't. Fucking dickhead. There is a tiger over there. Well, I didn't know what the fuck you were shooting at. I'm just pinging it. I got 50s. What exactly do you want me to do? Track it? Just like, leave it there? Oh, is he going on the ice? Oh, he's going on the ice. I can track that, I think. Yeah, he hit my gun. Wow. I was trying to track that thing. I do not. Yeah. Let me just start shooting down our own planes. You're not helping, so here. You're not helping. Okay, it's a tiger. It's a tiger, I think, 2 at sea. I'm just spraying to see, like, the X-ray. That makes sense. I mean, he is German. They were secretly. He's over here. You fucking dick. If only 50s could take out his barrel if I hit him enough, but they won't. They won't. I don't know. There's also an Ostwind heading to C. I'm at C though. It's fine. I'm after the Ostwind. Okay, the tiger's down. He's not dead. I hate him. I'm looking for that Ostwind. Okay, that one's dead. Damn it, someone killed the Ostwind. I found him. Burnt out hole and all. And I got killed by a PZ Beth. Fucking mouthful of shit. That's what I got killed by. I got killed by the. That's my German. Hey, Defect, you died. Thanks, White Frog. Thanks, buddy. I didn't see that. I'm so glad you saw it. Give me 1 second. I'll check it out when we're about to leave. One of these days, I'm going to fire a random shot like that and actually hit someone. I got 350s, a 75, and a 37. You said check out your profile picture? And War Thunder. War Thunder. It's the girl with the snowboard? Okay. Let's see what I get from one cupcake. You think I'm gonna get anything good? Probably not. Let me do one. You know what? I'll do 3 cupcakes. 3 cupcakes is all we're doing. Nothing good. Nothing good. 3 universal backups. How many universal backups do I have at this point? 7. I have 7. I have. Click on the people outside the tank. What are you talking about? Talking about. There's no one outside the tank. What are you? That? Yeah, I do. I got you. Okay, well, everyone, I'm gonna stop my stream for now. I'll catch everyone later.